The reason that we can't focus or our children can't focus is not always because there's always something wrong with our brain or that we have ADHD. Trust me on this. Sometimes it might just be simply because we haven't been taught how to focus. Focus is a skill we develop over time. If our teachers or parents didn't spend enough time with us to teach us how to do that, we might miss it and we might automatically assume that we have a problem and we can't focus. I'm so passionate about this that I've really taken my time over the years before I come up with my new video series on how to focus with ADHD. These methods I'm about to share with you guys are not just things I read in books or I saw on Instagram. I have seen my students back in Xoxo Academy improve their focus to a point that their parents were so thankful. They always told me that they never thought their son or daughter would be studying for 3 hours straight in their living room. Just by teaching them and supervising them doing these exercises, there would be a huge shift in their focus and it could truly be life-changing for all of us. Trust me, this is an investment you will not regret. Whether you're doing this for yourself or your kids, I can guarantee you that these methods work and you'll be so thankful that you started this sooner than later. Good news is that it's never too late to learn, even as an adult. If you're trying to improve your focus, make sure you take notes. I've been putting this series together for all of you guys. All of the exercises that I'm going to mention here that have been experimented with and are proven to help you become laser focused. The first in the series that you guys are watching right now is focus on basic exercises. Video number 2 is going to go over some intermediate exercises, and the third in the series is going to obviously include advanced techniques that can help you focus, and the last one is lifestyle related tips that can help you improve your focus with diet, vitamins, supplements, and sleep and things of that sort. Some of these techniques might sound more fun than the others. Trust me, I know, but the harder it seems, the more effective it will be. If gaining your focus is your mission, you have to prepare yourself to put in the work and you will be amazed with the results. Trust me, you won't regret this. So if you're ready and excited to start a new phase of your life, hit the like button and let's get started. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Sepi and I'm passionate about health, nutrition, weight loss, and living with ADHD. As someone who has personally lost over 50 pounds and understands the challenges of living with ADHD, I am so excited to share my experiences, my knowledge, and tips with you guys to help you on your own health journey. My videos are all about providing practical, evidence-based information and strategy that you can implement into your daily life to improve your health, optimize your nutrition, manage your weight, and thrive with ADHD. The first thing that we need to unlearn is to stop multitasking. Even though it feels amazing, especially when we have ADHD, it feels great to multitask. It does divide our attention, so we're less focused on a task that we're doing. You might be getting a lot of things done at once, but everything that you're doing is only getting a percentage of your attention. So your productivity is going to be decreased, whether you like it or not, right? Is that right? If you agree, give me a thumbs up. For example, let's say if you're listening to a podcast while you're taking a walk. I know with my experiences that you won't be taking in 100% of that podcast in, and you won't be fully present during your walk, so you won't get to enjoy it as much, right? So on one hand, it might seem like that you're getting a lot done and you can check things off your list, but your attention is divided, right? Basically, you're unintentionally weakening your focus. We want to be laser focused, not to be less focused on things, right? So if you're now convinced, the first exercise for you is to try to do one task at a time. Simple, right? You could watch a full entire movie without checking your phone. I know it seems simple, but it's hard nowadays. Trust me, I experienced that. So I always have to tell myself, okay, so today you're gonna put your phone aside and just really fully focus on this movie that you're gonna watch. For example, another thing you can do is to brush your teeth without cleaning your sink or watching something else. If you're working or you're studying, put your phone in a different room. Just incorporating these little things into your life, even though it might take a long time, but it will lead into improved cognitive performance. It will improve your concentration. I want to know how many of you guys have tried a meditation video where it asks you to visualize you're at a certain place or you're doing something. How many of you guys have actually been able to visualize these scenarios in details and experience these feelings? Also, let me know in the comments below. Not me. I was never able to do this. I remember when I started meditating, you guys, these types of meditations were so hard for me to do that I just gave up on them. I realized it was because I wasn't paying enough attention to things around me. I was just always agitated. So it was always impossible for me to visualize anything. I wasn't paying close enough attention to the nature and the things I own. For example, I remember if you asked me where the speakers were on my iPhone, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But now I learned to pay more attention to the things that are around me. A simple exercise could be that you pick a simple object, for example, a mug, look at it as much as you want, and then close your eyes, try to remember every detail and try to draw it in your mind. If that's kind of hard for you to do, you could actually draw it on a piece of paper without looking at it. This exercise can help you become more present, and it increases your attention level and attention span. If your kids have ADHD or ADD, this can be a great exercise for them as well. Even if they don't, this is a very good exercise to help them with focus and attention. You can show them the object and then hide the object and have them to draw it. Give the object back to them in a few minutes, or if they can't handle it, maybe the next day, and then ask them to better their drawing. This simple exercise can actually help them beyond belief. I actually used to do this with my kids in grade 4, grade 6, and 8, and it helped them greatly, trust me. I feel like nowadays, unfortunately, we're so focused on teaching our kids words and numbers that we forget to teach them what will help them most in life, which is how to focus and visualize. So I need us to focus on these things more. This is very important. There will be so many more intermediate and advanced exercises in the next videos, so stay tuned for that and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video from me. Number 3 is breathing exercises. Our life is connected to our breath, and focusing on that will actually make a huge difference. This has been proven research, and I promise this is the way to go. Breathing exercises can make a world of a difference on your focus, specifically yogic and military exercises. I love these exercises. There's so many of them online that you could learn, but I will teach you my favorite exercises that you could start doing it from today, and they're so easy to remember. Before starting these exercises now, it would be beneficial if you guys created the right ambiance and set the mood right. You don't need to play music. By lighting an incense or a candle or turning the lights off will help you become more present and be more focused during these exercises, which is going to help you a lot. The first exercise is called the tactical breathing or combat breathing. It helps with focus and it helps you in the time of the stress as well. So if you're very stressed out, it will help you calm down. This is how it works. You take a slow, deep breath through your nose, count to 4 in your head, and you fill your lungs with air. Then you hold your breath for 4 counts in your head again. Then you exhale through your mouth as you release, again for 4 counts. After you exhale, you count to 4 again before you take your next inhale. So basically, once you're done exhaling, you're completely empty of breath and you're holding for 4 counts before you inhale. Once you're comfortable with 4 counts, you can increase it to 5, 6, or 7, or as long as you're breathing and you're holding for the same duration and count, and you're inhaling fully and exhaling fully. You could do 2 cycles of breathing or more, whatever you think that's going to help you. It's going to be very, very helpful in terms of stress before studying, when you want to try to focus, before doing your work. This is really amazing. Make sure you try it and let me know what you think. The next one is a yogic breathing exercise. It's called Sima Kriya or lion's breath, which has so many benefits, but to name a few, it improves your lung capacity, it reduces your stress, and it improves your respiratory function, which all leads to obviously better focus, which is amazing and what we want. I think it's best if I link the video in the description below so you can learn from the source, but to give you an idea of how this works, you basically sit in a cross-legged position, then you push on your knees so your rib cage lifts off the diaphragm region, then you extend your tongue fully out, and then you start exhaling forcefully for 21 times. And then after, you curl your tongue like this, and then you start doing the same thing, so exhaling 21 times. After you're done, you inhale, you hold for as long as you're comfortable, then you let go. Once you exhale, then you let go of your arms and you release everything and you sit comfortably. So again, to remind you guys, this is a summary of how they teach it. I just want to give you an idea. To learn it properly, make sure you click on the description link below. They will teach you in a better way, and exactly you could see a demonstration of how it's done as well. So make sure you click on it, learn it, and do it before, if you're trying to study or you're trying to focus on something, or maybe mornings when you wake up and you want to start your day. This is a very, very good practice. Lots of yogis do this on a daily basis. So make sure you apply that and enjoy the results. Foods, specifically high carbs, high sugar, and caffeine, as you know, are the source of agitations and cravings. So limiting these are important, but sometimes we're just so unfocused that we need something to reset our system, right? I think fasting can be a great tool to help us lower our anxiety and therefore increase our focus. There's so many research online about this and how food and diet affects our mental health and focus. So I explored a few specifically on fasting that I want to share with you guys. Fasting has shown to improve the production of something called BDNF, which is a protein that supports the growth and survival of our nerve cells. So when we fast, actually, we have a higher concentration of BDNF, which helps our focus and better learning, better memory, and all of the good things that we're looking for in this video. Fasting has also shown to increase ketones in our bodies, which is also produced when we go on a keto diet. I don't know if you guys know about that, but that's when we cut carbs completely from our diet. Ketones help with focus and clarity as well. On top of that, fasting also increases norepinephrine, which is a neurotransmitter which is involved in attention and focus specifically, which is what we lack as people with ADHD. So overall, fasting is a great tool and it can absolutely help you with improving your focus and attention. If you don't think fasting is for you, don't worry at all. It's not for me either. I struggle with it as well. But decreasing your calories for a few days can have very similar benefits as well. Or even decreasing your carbs and sugar intake can help as well. For example, if you're changing your white carbs to whole grains or cutting sugars, these will have noticeable changes in your attention and focus, absolutely. But if you want to try fasting, talk to your doctor beforehand, of course. And at the end, you can always try different methods of fasting. Watch these videos of mine. I talk about different methods of fasting and how you could start from 12 hours a day and move up to 18 to 20 hours a day. And you could take your time with that. Kind of go about it like that. And also, you don't have to do fasting every single day, obviously. Just 2 to 3 times a month would be more than enough. And it will have huge benefits to give you a reset. And it will have huge benefits in terms of your focus and attention, for sure. We want to be in the flow state. Walking, running, or aerobic exercises for about an hour, it could put us in that state. And getting into the flow state is literally the whole purpose of learning how to focus, right? This is the state that we can get stuff done and become laser focused on whatever we're doing at the moment, right? When we do physical activities like this, it releases endorphins, dopamine, which are neurotransmitters that are associated with mood regulation and pleasure. And guess what? These neurotransmitters are exactly what people with ADHD like us lack. So this is amazing for us. This is super important and we need to focus on this. Another interesting point here that I wanted to mention, that there's a region in our brain that is associated with thoughts wandering around and daydreaming, which is interesting. It's called DMN, or default mode network. Research has shown if you're brisk walking or performing an aerobic exercise, this region becomes less active through our minds, so we're not wandering around as much and we're able to get into the flow state a lot easier, which basically means that we can focus better. So this is a very good tool that we can use to help increase our focus. Once we increase these neurotransmitters in our bodies, the feeling of euphoria automatically helps reduce our mind chatter and help us get into the flow. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense, and if you've ever noticed this. I want to know if you've already experienced this in some form or another. When you actually start exercising, your mind chatter starts. Not just your daily thoughts, but the thoughts about the exercise that you're performing. Like, how long am I gonna do this? Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna get tired? Am I gonna get sore? Am I gonna have enough water? What if I get like, all of these thoughts come to us all at once while we're performing the exercise. We wanna keep redirecting our focus on our breath or our scenery around us, right? So whatever is happening around us. it might be hard to focus on the breath. So it would help to put your phone away while you're doing this and pay attention to the scenery. For example, when you're walking in the city, you can pay attention to the stores and people, dogs walking by, and try your best to be present. You will actually notice after you have exercised long enough, the chatter of your mind drops and it will be a lot less, and you will start getting into a flow state when you're actually enjoying the feeling of your walk or your run or your exercise. You will feel very refreshed after. When you do this, it will help you practice to get into the flow state while you're getting your steps in. So it's both a physical exercise and it's helping you get into the flow states. So to sum everything up for you guys, we need to stop multitasking. Start working on visualization. Try breathing exercises that also engages our memory and focus, and we reduce our carbs and sugar intake or calories in general. Make sure that we fast a few times a month if you can, and try to do and incorporate long walks and aerobic exercises into our daily routine, which will be amazing. If these tips have been at all helpful, guys, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends or parents that you know who have kids with ADHD and they're trying to help them how to focus. Subscribe to my channel. You guys have no idea how much effort it takes for me to upload a video for you guys, and the only thing that keeps me going is your daily support. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.